Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Justin, and we are here not for what Justin would suspect we're recording today, but in fact we have a new gold member on the Patreon who has requested that we watch a very specific show. Normally I would try to make you guess if this was a normal day, what you were watching, but obviously you would have no idea because the whole spectrum of anime is brand new to you.
100%.
So I am just going to launch into, first off, thank you, Henry, for sponsoring this video. And I guess if you like this show, post in the comments down below thanking Henry as well.
Absolutely. Shout out to Henry.
But their description of this is, well, first off, obviously it's Kino's journey. I should have put a little bit more thought in how I was going to present this. I know how I normally would do it, and then it instantly got thrown off. We started this whole conversation with, hey, we're both short on sleep right now. So, apologies. Obviously, for you, the viewer, you already know this is Kino's journey. You saw what you clicked. You saw the thumbnail. You can see the overlay. It's not a mystery.
And if you didn't, and this is a surprise, hey, I'm happy that you're here.
I'm shocked. You must have woken up in the middle of an autoplay YouTube series. Anyway, let's see. Henry has said, Kino's almost purely episodic, so the order isn't all that important. The show features a young traveler named Kino and Hermes, her talking motorcycle. It's a bit strange, but don't let it distract you. Every episode is about them meeting new people and visiting new countries that often have very unique customs and rules, inviting the viewer to think about the ideas presented. It's based on a light novel series still going today and was directed by the late Reitaro Nakamura, who also made Serial Experiments Lain. The two shows aren't super similar, but you can imagine that this gave Kino quite the unique feel. You don't know Serial Experiments Lain, obviously, but that is a show. I don't know how to describe Serial Experiments Lain. It is The Matrix meets Acid Trip, I guess.
Okay.
It's hard to explain. And today they have requested that we watch episode 2, A Tale of Feeding Off Others. We're not
I like the
starting,
title already.
well, we're not starting with the first episode, so I don't even know what the first episode would present, but they said it's an episodic show, so assumedly individual episodes are not important. I guess the first episode would have only just set the stage for us to know what's going on, but we have what they told us what's going on, so I really don't know what.
Amazing. I'm here. I'm here for it.
Okay. Uh, yeah, I have no idea what to expect. Well, I guess otherwise, we should just go ahead and get into it then, huh?
Let's do it.
Alright, but before we get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. Just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra.
Those glasses, though.
It does
I've ne-
have the feel of 2000s anime.
yeah. I've never looked that cool once in my life.
I'm really trying to. This art style really reminds me of something, and I can't figure out what it is. The opening really reminds me of Kingdom Hearts.
That's also something I've never played.
Our lives have never crossed over, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. I know what it... Like, I have a base knowledge of what it's about, but... It has never drawn me in one bit.
I just mean that if you didn't play tabletop games, we never would have met. That's all I'm feeling
Oh,
right now.
oh gosh, no. Gosh, no.
I don't know what it is. This art style is so very familiar, and I so very cannot place it.
So if it was more vivid, it is similar to early Digimon art style. However, the colors are a little too muted for that. Ooh.
I want to live, a line that One Piece will go on to popularize.
I
Oh,
thought that was the sky.
yeah, I would say I thought those were clouds.
Even shot. Also, to everyone out there, driving a motorcycle in heavy snow,
お見事さん、Kino。
not on a road, because that doesn't look like a road, bad idea.
立つせって
面目が立たないってこと。
誰にさ。
ウサギにさ。
毎日毎日雪の上ばかり。あまり愉快なことじゃない
Oh
よ、
yeah, now
Kino。
she get the
そうだね。冬の終わりとはいえ足止めさ
bunch
れ
of
たこと
like
ないか
ski
ら
mount
ね。
things.
That helps. At least that is there. They might not be doing so hot.
いつからここに。
聞いて驚くな。冬の初めからだ。
驚いた。
あんたが来るまで誰も通りかからなかった。トラックのものは全部食い尽くした頼む食い物。
携帯食料は持ってはいますが、これは自分の分だし。
See, I thought she was
でも
riding off
そ
to
ろそろ
somebody
冬眠から
already.
覚めた動物が出てくる頃です。買ってくることならできます。動けるようになるまで。
Because one of her first lines was the others, so I assumed that she was riding off to someone else.
買ってきました。
食い物。
待ってください。食べられるようにしますから。
生で食う。
ダメです。ツラレキアにでもかかったらとんでもないことになる。鍋はありませんか？
I've never been that hungry.
Well, they also said infected by something I've never heard of before.
True.
Well, I mean, the idea is that I don't know what the world is like in this show. I'm assuming it's post-apocalypse, that these people were just in their truck all winter, and the animals are about to come out of hibernation, which must mean it's near the end of winter. And she named a disease that she hoped that they wouldn't catch.
これ夢じゃねえよな。うめえな。
It's always interesting to see how different post-apocalypses work.
ちょっとしょっぱいけどな。
以前立ち寄った国で手に入れた栄養剤です。一緒に摂取すると力が出ますよ。
ありがてえ。フルコースだ。
2、3日もすれば体力も戻るでしょう。燃料は残っているようだから、トラックを掘り起こせば最寄りの国までたどり着けますよ。
キノさん、あんたはいいのか？
全部食べられるようでしたらそうしてください。僕はいつも通りこちらでいいですから。
My steak of hardened butter, I guess.
もらってくれ。
Yeah,
さ
if that's a meal replacement bar, that looked
あ
dense.
助けてくれた例だ。それなりの値打ちもんや。
それなら助けてからいただきましょう。
いいんだ、持っててくれ。お前、女房への土産なんだろう？ラナミシ助からなかったら俺が持っていても意味がねえからな。
There's a wife?
わかりました。最後に報酬としていただくとして、それまで預かってお
Like
き
I
ます。
said, me saying it's a post-apocalypse was just a guess. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
まだ早いですよ。でもどういたしまして。
There is something comforting about this art style,
お
though.
腹が空いてたんだね。
僕は少し複雑な心境でもあったけどね。
何がさ？
彼らを助けることにしなければウサギが一匹今日死ぬことはなかった。
何を今さら。ここに来るまでに随分狩りはしたじゃない。
自分で食べる分とはわけが違うよ。僕が食べた携帯食料だって他の生き物の命を奪って作られていることも理解はしている。だけどこの場合、彼らとウサギどちらに義理も恨みもないのに一方に加担したんだからね。
同じ人間のよしみってやつ？
ま、そういうことになる。違うかな。こうも考えられる。同じ人間という種だからといって助ける義理はないよ。
I will say this at least does feel like from the mind of the guy who made
自分
serial
が同じ
experiments
境遇
in
に
life.
陥った時、同じように通りかかった誰かに助けを期待する甘えが僕にもあったのかもしれないよ。
I like how simple it is, but at the same time, it's saying something.
お化けは人の金鳴らすってこと？
Well, if this was Lane, the main character wouldn't have anybody to talk to.
かい？
You'd just be getting like visuals and no fucking idea what you're supposed to be thinking. They had to
Got
make
it.
Kino have a
それに
talking motorcycle apparently to defeat that problem.
You know what?
いずれにして
At
も
some point in our
同じ
life,
状況に出会ったら
we all have a
僕は同
talking
じ判断を
motorcycle.
する
It's
だろ
just
うね。
how it works.
やれやれ。あんなもののどこがいいんだか。
どう？
似合わない。
僕もそう思う。
な、
仕事だよ。
お湯を沸かすためのエンジンじゃないんだけどね。
いろいろ役に立つってことさ。
I mean, at least it's not a story where like they're about to betray her or something like that, because that's typically the trope if this was post-apocalypse.
Yeah, I could definitely see that coming. Again, another damn near perfect
彼
shot.
らを助けると決めたんだ。昨日の一匹のためにもね。
おかげでかなり元気が出てきたよ。この辺も暖かくなってきたし、明日はトラックを掘り起こしてみよう。
ついこの前までは掘る速度より積もる速度の方が速かったもんな。違いねえ。
よかった。僕もお手伝いしますよ。
Mid-credit roll. I don't know, it feels like they're doing well enough that you could just leave now.
Yeah, it seems like they're kind of set up.
雪解けが近づいてきた証拠だよ。
だったらもういいじゃん。彼らは彼らでちゃんとやるよ。
そうもいかないよ。助けると
It
言った
seems
以
like
上
you're
ね
on the same page as the talking
報酬
motorcycle.
もあるし。
ひょっとしてあの指輪気に入ってるんじゃないの？も
そん時のこいつの顔ときたら思い出しただけで笑っちまうぜな
そんなに笑うなよ。
でもよかったじゃねえか。俺はてっきりあの娘は金持ちのボンボンの方を選ぶと思ってたんだがな。
ま、モテる男は辛いってとこさ。
バーカ、お前の方が泣いて頼んだってのはみんな知ってるんだぜ。
誰が
結婚されてるんですか？
ああ、あいつがどうしてもって言うんだな。この旅から帰ったら青函祭の日に式を挙げるつもりなんだ。
Isn't that completely opposite of what you literally were just saying?
俺たちの国じゃ秋の収穫祭が終わると同時
They were
に
just joking that he had to beg
男たちの何
her.
組かが商売に出かける。冬の前にこの辺りを通って北の国に品物を届け、冬の終わりにまた戻って
Oh, that looks like a horribly uncomfortable ride.
友達が全員戻ってきたその日にみんなの無事と商売の成功を祝って国中でお祝いをするのさ。
そりゃもう盛大な祭りでね。酒や食い物がタダで振る舞われるんだ。
それが青函祭ってわけ。
その日に結婚した二人は幸せになれるって言われてるのさ。今年は危うく俺たちのせいで
I mean, it's either a post-apocalypse or this is just a different world.
いつもより早く雪が降りやがっ
I'm
た。
not getting post-apocalypse vibes. I'm getting it's just in a very seasonal place.
大往生じゃなくてよかったね。
いや、その通りだ。命あっての物種だからな。商売できなかったのが心残りだが。
売り物がなくなっちまったし。
売り物は何なの？食べ物か何か？
まあ、そんなところだ。それよりキノさん、もし旅
I
の
know
途中
some
で俺
bad's
たちの
coming.
国に立ち寄ることがあったら大歓迎させてもらうよ。
ありがとうございます。
Yep. Yep.
ぜひ伺いたいですね。
旅人に必ず聴かせる曲があるんだ。旅の苦労をねぎらい、命あることを共に感謝するためのな。
I'm curious what that something they sell is, though.
Well, obviously it's not food or they wouldn't be starving to death.
Exactly.
It has to be something that your country can give to another country nearby and not be a threat to itself.
Beautiful shot.
行きますよ。
今だ。
I also find myself trying to figure out what model of bike that bike is designed after.
Well, I'm sure there's probably enough detail there that an expert would know.
お疲れエルメス。
The way they play with saturation in this is bonkers.
ええ、いいですよ。
Don't like you're all hidden.
キノさん、
あらら。
できれば打ちたくはないんだ。俺たちは商品を傷つけずに届けることにプライドを持っているからな。
商品。
So slave
です
trade.
か。
Alright.
Yep.
人間が商品なんだ。
Ironically, still not as bad as I thought it could be.
まあそうとも言う。
そこで元気になった以上、俺たちも仕事をしなくちゃならない。キノさん、あんたは若いし健康そうだ。買い手がつくよ。だから抵抗しないでくれな。
そっちはそうでもこっちは困るんですけど。
安心してくれエルメス君。君の新しい乗り手も見つけてやるよ。
ご親切にどうも。
助けてくれたことには心から感謝する。
うまかったよ。
Feels like the motorcycle only has a voice. Like it's not like it can't move or anything on its own.
Uh-huh.
狼には狼の生き
And I
方
think realistically, the motorcycle is not the one to fear because we saw the quick draw practice.
左手でゆっくりとな。待て。防寒具を脱げ。ゆっくりとな。後ろを向け。やっぱりな。そのパースエーダーも2本指でゆっくり抜くんだ。
Good name for a gun.
よくわかりましたね。
ウサギの傷口が44口径とは思えなかったんでな。そのまま投げろ。よーし、手を上げたままこっちを向け。ゆっくりとだ。
I have a feeling these guys are about to get smoked.
どこだ。
あちこちに。
全部捨てろ。
ああ、木のったら。
Holy bloody knives.
ナイフ屋か。
Are you a
これが
knife
最後
dealer?
です。
Oh, it's a shooting one, isn't it?
Yep, yep, you can see it.
Oh no, it's just it's a gun blade.
I think they might have messed with the wrong person.
Don't care that you're married.
Exactly.
"危なかったね。
うん。
怪我は?
ないよ。
What a waste of rabbits.
怖かった。
So true.
終わってしまうかと思った。
Also, the acknowledgement of the fear is an interesting part. For a second, I thought he was gonna fall over because a body was gonna land on him.
Yeah, there we go. The far darker implication.
Yep.
何が見える?
彼らの
And now it is exactly as dark as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I guess that was the foreshadowed "we'll eat it raw"
お返しします
comment of them talking about the rabbit in the first place.
あなたたちを
Yep.
助けることができませんでしたから。
なんだ気に入ってたんじゃん。今年はなくなっちゃったね。
何が？
青函祭。
ああ、そうだね。
そろそろ行こうか。
ああ。
Don't forget about your tent.
That one wasn't his tent.
I'm fairly certain Kino's a girl.
Oh, snap. Okay. That was not their tent.
同じ状況に出くわしたら今度はどう
I
す
don't.
る？
She set it up,
キノ？
so I assumed it was hers.
No, well, because Kino's tent was more of a pink, and it was like a rounded tent.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure Kino set up their tent next to the tree, which is where that tent was.
人間なんだ。
The guys were living in the truck. So I think Kino was the
No.
only one with a tent.
No, because the truck was stuck. The guys were living in a tent.
I recognize that you stated two facts, but I don't know why those facts would be connected at all. The truck was stuck, true.
Correct.
The guys were living in a tent. I don't think so. Also, the guys were living in a truck when it was stuck, so I don't know why the truck being stuck denotes they would live in a tent.
Since we are on credits, no, yeah, no, because he came across them in a tent because he had to open the tent doors because they weren't in the back of the truck.
Yeah. Wow. Sorry, I keep seeing wow pop back. No, I'm not making a joke. I'm actively watching Crest of the Stars by myself right now. Or Banner of the
Okay.
Stars as well. And that is the name that pops up at the end of the opening credits. Right,
Okay,
just
interesting.
before it transfers into the show. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm not doing a Ryan George. Wow. Wow.
キノは占い
I
を
legit
信じる
don't know if this is gonna help us any. Because I don't know what episodes Henry might
じゃあこう言えばいい
want
か
in the future.
占いには当たるものと当たらないものがあることは信じるけど、その占いがどちらかは当たるか外れるかするまで誰にも決められない。だから、
Stark contrast from a whole bunch of people dancing to just gun
三
pull.
段論法。
そうそれ。
Syllogism. I don't know what the theme of the show is. I mean, if it's like everything takes a dark turn in the end, or see, my worry was, okay, what's wrong with this village? What do they do?
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking, oh man, what's the worst case scenario? I don't know, cannibalism? And they turn out to be slave traders, right? And it's like, okay, that's not as bad as I thought. Because I guess on the scale of things, cannibalism is worse than slave trading. But then it turns out that, of course, they've been starving to death. Didn't enter my mind until the very end. Where's the thing that they've been trading this whole time? Oh, the people are gone. Yeah, it's like, oh, it is as bad. They were slave traders who turned into cannibals.
Yeah, I picked up on the possibility of the slave trade right away because they didn't have any sign of goods. The cannibalism didn't cross my mind, but it makes sense if they were that low on food.
Yeah, when she opens the flap and the ghost comes out, that's when it's like instantly, oh, they did it. They did it. So, otherwise, where would all the people be? 'Cause I guess it
Exactly.
would be possible that they were returning back after having sold people, but it didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the implication is that they were off to sell somebody, got stuck, and then they tried to use Kino as a way to not have so much of a loss.
Well, maybe on the Kino part, but I'm pretty sure that they sold a bunch of somebodies, or were going to. We had that cage in there, and well, you're probably right. It is probably one person. 'Cause if it was a bunch, they would have showed us more ghosts. I think probably.
Yeah. Plus, there was only like one skull
Well,
in there that they showed.
I hate to do it, but I'm thinking about the economics of it. Why would you send 3 guys in a truck full of fuel to sell one person? So, if you got a truck of that size, you should have more people.
Fair enough.
It's not coming to me. I'm sitting here for half an hour now trying to think in the back of my head what show this reminds me of, the art style, I mean. And I'm not talking about like the landscapes or anything like that. I'm specifically the art of the people.
Yeah.
Very familiar. I mean, I've seen Serial Experiments Lane. Maybe it's that. I don't think so though, because Elaine has very distinctive hair. I don't know. It's also been forever since I've seen that show. And obviously, I'm gonna leave it up to the comments to debate which one of us is right about the tent. You've obviously gone back and looked. I am not. Yes, I am not going back. And
So
my
I didn't go back. I didn't go back and look, but I distinctly, vividly remember the first interaction where he opens the tent door. Because it's an open,
confusingly,
two
are you
side.
when you say he? Are you mean you mean
Kino.
Kino? Okay, I guess
Kino.
it is. It is. Obviously, they did not say one way or the other if Kino was a boy or a girl. I just assumed Kino was a girl.
I'm just gonna say Kino because
We'll
we
see.
only
Yeah,
typically
don't need to
see
gender somebody who's not gendered. But
exactly.
my point is, I guess I thought Kino was a girl's name too. I don't know.
It-
Obviously, I'm not Japanese either, or whatever world this exists in.
exactly. But the truck had the flap that was the square flap, and Kino in the approach opens a flaps that are more traditional tent, like down the middle, open.
When Kino finds the guys, Kino opens the truck flap and looks
Nope.
inside the truck. Yes,
I'm
we see them on the floor of the truck.
hold on.
I already
This is gonna
told you
bother me
I'm
now.
not going back. So no matter what you look at, the viewers aren't gonna see. So
I'm aware of that.
100%, the Kino opens the truck flap, and we see them piled up all over the truck.
I'm now just curious to see if I've lost my mind.
Well, I've already told you 100 times I'm bad memory. I got a bad memory, but I'll be damned if I don't think I remember something I literally just watched.
Either way,
I mean,
tell us
entirely
who's right in the
possible that I
comments.
could be wrong. I'm just saying that I'm not going to admit it here in the moment where I think I'm not.
Oh, and I fully accept that.
That is a comments debate. That's what that is.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know. What's your wrap up takeaway thoughts about Kino's Journey episode 2?
Oh, loved it. That was it was a very interesting take on how harsh environments can shape people and how you do not know who you are dealing with in the moment.
Well, I mean, we don't know what the world is like, as I think the thing. So the expectation that we're dealing with slave traders doesn't immediately jump out at you just because you're in a winter environment and you encounter, I guess, the Donner Party when you get down to it.
Yeah.
Because I think knowing what the show is like would have helped inform us better, but even then, this is only episode 2. It's entirely
Well,
possible episode 1 could have been joyous and lighthearted, and
it's
and this
true.
could have been a huge shock.
And I also think if it's if the show is what it is based off the explanation that we were given, This is just about the travels and the people they come across. It could be distinctly different in sort of outcome on a weekly basis or an episodic basis.
Yeah, that's what Henry said, that the show is episodic, which means that. Sorry, the meta just jumped in my head. The reason that Kino couldn't keep the ring is for continuity's sake, because we'd have to draw in rings every episode after this, and that would break the episodic continuity of every episode being its own thing.
Yep.
Gotta return to zero, as it were. Alright, well, any final thoughts before we wrap up for the day?
Final thoughts is that was a great recommendation, and thanks for the sponsorship of the episode. That's final thoughts.
Thank you once again, Henry, for this episode. Otherwise, I think that's it for just today. It's Stone-Faced Reactions. Once again, I have been Theta. This has been Justin, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?